happening, everybody? Boy Big Brando, and today let's talk about basic money management. So this is a question that I get all the time. Usually it's about, hey, what online resources do you use to keep track of your books? Do you use QuickBooks? Do you use all these other things? Do you have a spreadsheet? Do you have a ledger? I get this question a lot, and I use basic money management, and it's not an app, it's not nothing. It's just common sense on how to operate. If I spend $500 on blank t-shirts, if I spend $200 on transfers, I am $700 invested into these t-shirts. I have my receipt from the blank t-shirt manufacturer saying I spent $500 on those blank t-shirts. I know how many I got, I know what sizes I got, I know what colors I have. It's all on the invoice, it's all on the receipt. Same for the transfers. Transfers come with an invoice, come with a receipt. I ordered X amount of transfers in X amount of colors. Now, let's just say I'm selling my t-shirts for $20. So I've spent $700 to make these t-shirts. I know if I sell 40 t-shirts, I'll have 800 bucks. My $700 initial investment will be paid back after I sell those 40 t-shirts. Now, that other $100, is that profit? Could be, but I'm not in no rush to pay myself. I'm more focused on selling more t-shirts. So now let's go back and look at your books. You spent $700, you've made $800, your initial investment paid back. You now have $100, plus extra transfers and other t-shirts that were part of that bigger order. Does this mean any money made now can just be spent and blown and do whatever you want with it because it's technically profit? Sure, if that's how you want to run your business, cool. For myself, not. All that money still goes into the same account. That extra $100 turns into another $100 and another $100 and another $100. So now when I'm running low on those first initial t-shirts that I bought for $500, I could re-up and buy another $500 worth of t-shirts. Because you got to remember, for like $500, you're getting about 150, 160 t-shirts. And that's if you're getting your t-shirts for like $3 a piece or whatever wholesale. That's just a round ballpark figure. $500 get you about 150, 160 t-shirts, maybe a little more, a little less, depending on size, color, manufacturer, all that stuff plays into it. But we're just giving you a ballpark figure on how this works. So for your first $500 initial investment, like I said, you got 160, 150 t-shirts, $200 worth of transfers. Let's just say you got 100 sheets, ganged up a few designs on there. So you're in good shape. Sold those first 40, made your $700 back. Now you have extra $100, but you still have 100 some t-shirts left. You see what I'm saying? So you keep operating as you work. Boom, 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 boom. Selling, making money, selling, making money. Then when your stock starts to get low, now you have money to re-up and buy more t-shirts. Another 150 t-shirts, another 160 t-shirts. Because you got the money banked away. Shit, running low on transfers, another $200 on transfers. Boom. Remember, you only have to sell 40 of those to make that money back. But that 40 that you're selling is paying for another 150, another 160 of them. See what I'm saying? Basic money management. You can use stuff like QuickBooks. You can use stuff like, making yourself a spreadsheet, or you could go old school and get yourself a ledger and just handwrite everything in. But as long as you stay on top of your shit. Nowadays, apps and all that stuff make our lives easier, but I break my shit down back to the nuts and bolts, just straight up and down. How much money am I spending? How much money am I making? I don't really give a shit about paying myself out every month or every week or whenever I'm selling shit. I'm not breaking it down by nickel and diming myself. Here's 5 back to the investment, 5 back to the business. This other 5 is going to go for myself. At the end of the day, that's how it breaks down. But I don't do that on every transaction. You know what I mean? I make sure everything is covered so I can sustain my business before I start thinking about paying myself. Before I start thinking about, all right, how much profit am I getting? How am I going to buy me a new Cuban link chain? How am I going to buy those new Jordans? Fuck all that, man. Worry about sustaining the business, you know what I mean? Before paying yourself back. For myself, I just fold it right back into the business. If I'm ever hard up on money, I know the money's in the account and I got it. It's there. But I'm not trying to spend it before I even make it. You see what I'm saying? Basic money management. They teach you math in school, but they don't teach you this kind of shit in school. And it sucks because I had to learn this shit in the streets to fully understand how this business type of shit works. And it goes from selling everything, candy to rims to bicycles to all kind of shit. Knowing exactly what you're paying for the product, knowing exactly how much you're selling it for, knowing how to pay back the re-up. All of that kind of shit is basic money management and basic business. So like I said, I don't use none of those apps. I don't use QuickBooks. I don't use any of that. Shopify does a really good job at tracking all my transactions made online. with very good breakdowns. You could pull up matrix from like first quarter, second quarter, year to date, something that you did in 2019, 2017, all that stuff. It's all tracked in Shopify. That's money coming in. Money being spent on transfers and t-shirts and all that stuff, collected by receipts. A lot of these websites have a really good matrix where you could pull down what I spent throughout the year with you, all my orders, order history, all that stuff can all be found on these sites. You could take that information, put it into your spreadsheet or put it into your QuickBooks and all that shit, but understanding the basics of the shit is gonna help you out the most, all right? So like I said, hopefully this helps you out. This video was really all over the place. I was throwing out numbers left and right. Hopefully you kept up with it, but don't make it out to be harder than what it really is, because it really just boils down to the basics of the shit. How much money you spend, how much money you're making, how much money is in your account. You get it. Work within your budget. You know what I mean? And remember, don't spend it before you actually get it. I know being a business owner, you just want to spend because you're doing all this hard work and you want to reap the benefits of all that hard work. But sustaining your business is a lot more rewarding than the first few bucks that you make off of these t-shirts. Sustaining the business is like taking seeds and planting more plants. Planting one plant and harvesting everything off that one plant and not putting it back into the soil just means you're going to be living off of that one plant. Chances are shit might die. Chances are you're going to over harvest that shit and it's not going to give you nothing else. But harvesting and then planting more plants, harvesting, planting more plants, going to help you sustain the business. Hopefully that makes sense to somebody out there. So don't just worry about the now. Figure out how you're going to live tomorrow. Figure out how you're going to keep this motherfucker rolling. All right? If you got any questions, leave it in the comments. Follow me on Instagram, BigBrandoTV. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.